Earlier we looked at how cancer cells feed on glucose. It's their favourite food. So if someone wanted to conquer cancer, that would be the first food group they would drastically drop. If someone wanted to lose weight, they would drastically drop. If someone wanted to conquer diabetes, drastically drop. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how this plays out in diabetes.
In this video, you'll uncover an overlooked nutrient mistake that could be silently harming your health while discovering the simple change that can transform your well-being. Don't miss these life-changing insights with expert Barbara O'Neill. Stay with us because every moment unlocks a longer, vibrant life.
He was balancing it really well. You see, these three food groups are the essential food groups. Essential because fibre is absolutely necessary for the colon to keep things moving. If things don't move, the body shuts down. It also helps to it does house cleaning in the colon by sweeping out all the grooves. And it is the fibre content or the fibre part of most of your grains where you'll find your B vitamins, essential vitamins. Protein is essential. You see, 50% of the membrane around every cell in the body is protein. In our last lecture, we looked at the DNA, we looked at the crossword bands that are made up of amino acids, a breakdown from the protein that you eat. We looked at the new cell being made from amino acids, which is the breakdown from the protein that we eat. That's a pretty important part. In fact, you take all the water away, protein is the most abundant substance in the body.
Fiber plays multiple vital roles beyond digestion. Research shows that a diet rich in fiber can significantly reduce heart disease risk by lowering LDL cholesterol by up to 10%. Soluble fiber found in foods like oats, apples, and legumes acts as a sponge, absorbing cholesterol in the intestines and preventing it from entering the bloodstream. Additionally, fiber helps regulate blood sugar levels, especially beneficial for people with diabetes or those at risk. By slowing sugar absorption, fiber prevents blood sugar spikes, promoting stable glucose levels, and reducing the risk of complications. To easily boost fiber intake, incorporate whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and legumes into daily meals. Starting the day with oatmeal or adding beans to soups and salads can make a big difference in meeting daily fiber needs.
50% of the membrane around every cell in the body is fat. Fat is an essential nutrient. This is true for every membrane, even the membrane around the nucleus, the membrane around the Krebs cycle, all 50% fat. Except for the brain. The membrane around the brain cell is 70% fat. Whew, that makes it pretty important. Our sex hormones are a breakdown from the fat. Our stress hormones are also a breakdown from fat. That makes fat pretty important.
Protein is critical, not only for cellular structure, but also for essential functions like enzyme production, immune support, and tissue repair. Enzymes, proteins that catalyze chemical reactions, play a central role in processes like digestion and muscle contraction. Additionally, antibodies, our immune system's defense team, are protein-based, underscoring protein's importance for immunity. To ensure a complete amino acid profile, aim to include diverse protein sources, such as lean meats, dairy, legumes, and nuts, supporting optimal health and body function. Research from the Journal of Nutrition highlights the benefits of balanced protein intake throughout the day, showing that this approach supports muscle synthesis and maintenance, so especially valuable for aging populations.
At a later date, I'm going to look at fats, and I'm going to define fats, because there are fats that are dangerous and there are fats that are healing. But because there are dangerous fats, sadly, all fats have been lumped into the one basket. But as the nutrition world is starting to see, and as all these authors I just quoted to you show, fat is essential. Your fat-soluble vitamins cannot be accessed unless you're eating them with fat.
Fats are essential for more than energy. They support cell membrane structure, nutrient absorption, and overall health. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish and plant sources like flaxseed are especially beneficial, reducing inflammation and supporting heart and brain health. Balancing omega-3s with omega-6s is also crucial, as too many omega-6s from processed foods can increase inflammation. Saturated fats, when consumed in moderation, aid hormone production, highlighting the importance of a balanced fat intake for optimal health. Incorporate healthy fats like olive oil, fatty fish, and nuts into meals. Avoid trans fats, common in processed foods, and focus on balanced fat sources to support cardiovascular and cognitive health.
The non-essential might surprise you. The non-essential food group is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are not bad. What a relief. We certainly like these foods. Carbohydrates are not bad. Carbohydrates are not even dangerous. No, no, no. It's only when they are refined and overdone that the danger arises. Because with the refined carbohydrates and the overdone carbohydrates causing the body to store it as fat, this is fat build up on the internal organs. This is fat build up on the inactive parts of the body. Because your carbohydrates are your non-essential, and in the Catalyst program, Fat or Fiction, there was a professor there who said, let me make it very, very clear, you can live without it. But as the non-essential, that's your negotiating part of your food. Don't negotiate your fibre, protein and fat. They're essential. It's the carbohydrates that are the negotiating part.
Not all fats are created equal. Trans fats, often found in processed foods, can raise LDL cholesterol and increase heart disease risk, making them essential to avoid. In contrast, monounsaturated fats, found in avocados and nuts, and polyunsaturated fats help improve heart health by raising HDL cholesterol and lowering LDL cholesterol. While saturated fats, especially from natural sources like coconut oil, can be beneficial in moderation, understanding these fat types can help guide healthier dietary choices. For practical steps, read food labels to spot harmful partially hydrogenated oils, an indicator of trans fats. Including more unsaturated fats, such as those found in a Mediterranean-style diet, can reduce heart disease risk and support longevity.
And the negotiations change depending on your age, depending on your height, depending on your size, depending on your fitness, depending on your physical, mental output through the day. So the other part where negotiations is a very important part with carbohydrates is health status. Earlier we looked at how cancer cells feed on glucose. It's their favourite food. So if someone wanted to conquer cancer, that would be the first food group they would drastically drop. If someone wanted to lose weight, they would drastically drop. If someone wanted to conquer diabetes, drastically drop. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how this plays out in diabetes.
Carbohydrates, while beneficial, are not essential for survival, as the body can use fats and proteins for energy. However, they offer quick energy and support gut health when consumed as whole grains. Whole grains are rich in fiber, feeding beneficial gut bacteria and enhancing digestion and immune health. Carbohydrates with a low glycemic index, like sweet potatoes, release energy gradually, helping maintain stable blood sugar levels. Choosing whole grains over refined carbs can improve energy, focus, and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. For practical tips, replace refined carbs with whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, and oats to sustain energy and stabilize blood sugar.
If someone wanted to conquer a yeast presence in their body, drastically drop. And it's not forever. I've seen many people drastically drop it, get a turnaround in their cancer, and then little by little start to implement it again. It's not forever. It's just for a period of time to get a certain result out of the body.
For certain conditions like type 2 diabetes, reducing carbohydrate intake can improve insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. A low-carb or ketogenic diet, for example, limits carbs to induce ketosis, a metabolic state where the body uses fat for fuel. While this approach benefits individuals with diabetes or metabolic syndrome, it's not universally necessary. Consulting a healthcare provider is essential to personalize carbohydrate intake based on individual health needs. Research published in Diabetes Therapy demonstrates that low-carb diets can improve blood glucose management, even reducing medication needs for some individuals with type 2 diabetes. Your presence here is so important, and I'm grateful for every minute you invest in your health. Subscribe to the channel, and if you've made it to the end, comment. I'm committed to my longevity. Let's keep evolving together on this vibrant journey toward better health.